Good morning. My name is Sterling Connolly Chu. Welcome to Second Growth Homes. Today, we're at my family's wood Mizer LT40 super hydraulic bandsaw mill, and we are going to mill these two absolutely gorgeous 16-foot Sitka Spruce second growth logs today. These are absolutely gorgeous logs. They're just starting to get a little bit of defect in the sapwood, so we'll try to stay away from the sapwood, but absolutely gorgeous timber. We're gonna mill 2-inch by 16-inch planks. So not a 2x12, a 2x16 out of these logs here today. And those planks are gonna be laminated together, bolted together into foundation timbers under a 20x30 cabin that we're gonna be building here shortly on this channel. So click that like and subscribe button if you'd like to see where these timbers are going, or if you'd like to learn more about sawmilling. So I'll flip around, and it's a new morning. We just did a bunch of work to the mill, so we're just gonna go through a fresh start by putting a new blade on, checking everything, checking the oil, start it up, and we're just gonna get right into it today. Thanks for coming. In the previous episode, which I will put a link for below that you can click on, we went through the whole mill and we did a bunch of work to it. We actually replaced these blade guide rollers. These are brand new. We put them on. So if you want to learn how to do that yourself, you can go ahead and learn right there. And we did a couple other small projects to the mill, and we aligned the mill, and it seems to just be cutting really well here today. We might go through it today. It seems like there's not as much pressure down on this roller as there should be, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. The first thing we're going to do is put a new blade on here today. Take the covers off real carefully. Number one thing about bandsaw milling is don't cut yourself on the blade. Those little teeth are just so sharp. Okay. Take a look at the blade, and if you look at the tips of the teeth and it's a shiny mirror at the end of the tooth, that means they're dull. This one looks dull, not like god awful, but it's really dull. If you look at the tip of the tooth and you can't see it at all, like you can't see a shiny spot at the tip of the tooth, that means it's sharp. It means the tooth is sharp enough that it doesn't even reflect light. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the blade tension off. You can see that in our other video too. It's really simple. Your mill will just have a handle. You spin it, loosen it up. My mill, I have to grab this wheel and push it over a little bit, give it a little pop. Now we can take off the blade. I can tell it's dull just by, it's amazing. They really just don't last that long. It's kind of surprising. I mean, they're dull. If you touched the sharp blade, it would just go right through your skin. Really, really bad. Well, I got a little bit of buildup on my my tires, which I'm surprised about. I haven't cut spruce for a while in this mill. That's not good. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get a new blade on here. GoPro, stop recording. Okay. Now, careful. Well, I'm going to move the debarker over a little bit this way. We'll make it better. Yeah, that's the one big thing about bandsaws. You just use a lot of blades. I actually cut a surprising amount of timber yesterday. My camera, I had to send one camera out. I got a new camera. Anyway, ran out of battery yesterday. So, luckily you guys are here with me today. Just really carefully ease the blade in there. And you know, the two things I'm trying to do is I'm trying not to cut myself, and then I'm trying not to scrape the teeth on the steel. I think it's kind of weird that they don't put plastic like anywhere the blade could touch, like here and here. I've always wanted to do it. You know, put some plastic strips, because it sucks if your new blade touches steel. Okay, we'll center the blade on the wheels. Go ahead and tighten it up. Okay, and then to do the initial spin, I'll start the mill and I'll just pull the handle really slowly. We'll just get that blade going a little bit. Everything seems really good, except for this roller is a little bit too far forward. And I was messing with these yesterday, so I'll show you here. So the blade looks really good on the wheel, so it's tracking nicely, which is great. But this one roller here is a little bit too preloaded. So I'll show you what that means in a second here. So I showed it in the alignment video, but basically the roller guides have this lip on the back one that the blade will push against when it's cutting, but when the blade is not cutting, it should actually be off of them just a little bit. So in other words, I showed it in my other video, but the roller needs to be back from the blade just a little bit. And I adjusted this one yesterday, but I had a different blade on there, and I knew I needed to change it once. So let's bring that back. There we go. Okay. And then, because I didn't move these two bolts at all, whoops, oh sorry, these two, I didn't move these two, we can just lock these back in, and it should be right where it was. I think we'll go through the alignment again today. I'm seeing something funny. I think maybe this arm is not adjusted properly, which I did not double check. So, this should be good. Okay, so we got a new blade on there. Let's throw the covers on. Start cutting here today. Okay, you put the covers on. I made this mistake yesterday. You just really want to make sure that you get them properly aligned. There's all these little lips that they need to be on the outside of, and clamp them really tight. All right. Clean the little sawdust out of that groove right there. These little funny tricks you learn over the years. Okay, well, everything looks really good. So let's spin around and get our log on here for the day. So these are the uprights that the log's going to come against. Your mill might look a little bit different, and I've actually been thinking about seeing if they make a different model we can upgrade these. Then you got your clamp. So the clamp comes in and out to clamp the log. It stands up like this, or you can flip it down like that. So let's move the clamp over a little bit. Okay, so right at the end there, what I did is I picked the other end of the log up. You have these two big roller things that go up and down at either end of the log. Those are called toe boards, and that's so that you can pick the small end of the log up. Okay, so now let's go around here and we'll do this measurement. And what we're trying to do here is basically just center the heart of the log in line with the blade. So if we measure from this bunk here, the top of the log's exactly at 24, the middle is exactly at 12. When we go down to this end, it's basically how consistent these are. The top of this log, it's at 22. Heart at 22. The bottom is 2 inches up, but the heart of it is right at 12. Okay, so it's got 2 inches of air underneath it, 2 inches of air above it, but the heart is exactly at 12, just like the other end. So that means is if we cut a big timber out of there, the heart would be perfectly in the middle, and we're cutting is basically, we consider that to be cutting in the best direction with the grain of the tree for maximum strength. So we're looking really good. We got the log up there, it's clamped in place, it's leveled. So let's just go ahead, start the mill. Okay. Mine's got glow plugs, so you turn the key on. Here, I'll just show you once. Turn the key on until you see this light go off. That's the glow plug light. Yep. Warm up. Get this back out of the way here. Oh, wrong way. Okay. What we're actually going to do is set this log down. Kind of right here. Pretty good. get our forks back out there. Catch lumber. I'm actually going to roll this log back a little bit. I just want a little bit more room. So to do that, we'll just kind of kiss the top of it with the loader. Pick the boom up a little bit. There we go. Oh, stop. Perfect. Okay. My grapple out of there. Okay. Okay, here we go. So the first thing that we're going to do is find the center of the log at this end. And we do that just by bringing the blade down to it. That's it. Okay? I want to make a 16-inch wide timber going like this so that I can stand it up and slice it into 2x16. So from there we need to come up 8 inches. Timber is in this dimension, so we can basically just start wherever we want up here near the top. First board is right there. 2x, 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 2x. So this cut needs to start with the layout down here. So if I brought the mill to 2 inches and I set the 8/4 scale for 2x, it'll come all the way up. That's maximum size. You can kind of maybe get a little bigger. You take a couple cuts and roll it, but really that's, I mean, that's max size, the LT40. Pretty cool. Awesome. Just absolutely ideal. Beautiful. That is amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pieces. 2" by 16" by 16 foot. Pretty darn good. Let's grab another log here. This is going great. So if you'd like to see these pieces of lumber used in their final position, I'm going to laminate these planks into an 8" by 16" timber, these girder beams that go under a new 20 by 30 cabin we're building. So what I hope to do with this channel is to show you how to use a mill, how to maintain the mill, how to log the trees, how to mill the trees, dry, harvest, process, and also how to build your entire home. You can learn everything you'll need to know about how to build a home or a cabin or an A-frame out of raw logs just by watching this channel over the years. So click those like, subscribe buttons. We got a number of more cabins to mill this year. I got a ton of logs to do. We got a ton of building to do, and we still got to get out in the woods and do a bunch more logging. So it's all happening here at Second Growth Homes. Click that like, subscribe button below my face and comment what you want to see. You want to learn more about the Bandsawmill, I'll show you more. If you want to focus more on the building, let me know. I'll zoom in on that and just let me know what you like and what you want to see here.